Hi, my name is Ethan Anthony, and this is day 146 of the Dictionary Audiobook project. Thank you all for watching. Great to be here. My mullet is it's definitely mulleting right now. I'll say that. But that was not planned. I don't like it like that. Yeah, it's great to be back here again. Some updates. We're almost at 200 subscribers. Crazy. That is crazy. To all the new folks, hello. My name is Ethan. Ethan with a Y. Very important. We can't forget the Y. Because why not? Write that down. Write that down. Can't forget the Y. Because why not? That's gonna kill. That's gonna kill. Life updates. 1. I have an interview coming up. We're back in it. What can I say? I'm just that charismatic. But I won't get my hopes up because I could easily just fumble this interview. I could just come in, my fly will be down. I'm not even wearing pants at this interview. And then they're like, actually, maybe not you. Maybe not. And I'll be like, is it the pants? And they were like, yeah, it's the pants. And the lack of experience, I'm like, shoot. But I got my first job because of I forgot my pants. They were like, oh, he's down on his luck. He's down on his luck. I'm drinking a Celsius, by the way. Celsius. It's fizz-free. It's peach green tea. Why I never understand about Celsius is that they have some of the most caffeine of most contemporary energy drinks. But they're usually on the cheaper side. Like, for example, I like yerba mates a lot. That's been my new thing recently. Because I grew up on some Ethan lore for you all. I grew up on energy drinks. Grew up meaning like I started drinking them in like middle school and high school. Mostly high school though. Mostly high school. I maybe had 1 or 2 in middle school. And no, I was drinking like Monsters, Reigns, Red Bulls. I thought Red Bulls were the best tasting, but they're also the most expensive and they have the least amount of caffeine. So in the caffeine to cost ratio, they're not good. I don't recommend. But taste-wise, I think they're the best tasting out of the bunch. But yeah, then I went to college. Then I got into drinking coffee eventually. Then I went back to energy drinks. And then after moving to New York almost a year ago, I'm back on energy drinks. And then I went to yerba mates because it feels like it has the feel of an energy drink, but the taste of something that makes me feel stronger. You know what I mean? I feel like I mean vegetables whenever I drink a yerba mate. But I don't know what that is. To be honest, I think it's a tea, but all I know is it has 150 milligrams. All this to say that is more expensive than a Celsius, which has 200 milligrams of caffeine. And I understand that folks are basing their prices off amount of fluid, amount of drink, because Celsius is going to have less drink than a yerba mate. But, I don't feel like I'm drinking these for the taste per se. There are ones that I love the taste of, but I'm not looking for amount of fluid, I'm looking for amount of caffeine. I'm looking to chug it and then feel like the Terminator. Yeah, so that's some facts for you. Maybe I'll do a video where I drink a bunch of energy drinks and I just rank them, and then I tweak out by the end of it. You can watch that on my second channel, Ethan Does, because I'll be doing stuff. Like videos and whatnot. Okay. That's enough banter. Long story short, interview tomorrow. Excited for that. Wish me luck. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Cool. Let's do some reading. Because today we're starting with the word fate. Fate. I wonder what fate means. Fate is a noun 1, the cause or will that is held to determine events, destiny. 2, lot, fortune. 3, disaster, especially death. 4, end, outcome. 5, plural capitalized, the 3 goddesses of classical mythology who determine the course of human life. Fated, adjective, decreed, controlled, or marked by fate. Fateful, adjective, 1, ominous, prophetic. 2, important, decisive. 3, deadly, destructive. 4, determined by fate. Fatefully, adverb. FATH, abbreviation, fathom. Fathead, noun, a stupid person. Fat-headed, adjective. Father 1, noun. 1, a male parent. 2, capitalize, God, especially as the first person of the Trinity. 3, forefather. 4, one deserving, the respect and love given to a father. 5, often capitalized, an early Christian writer accepted by the church as an authoritative witness to his teachings and practice. 6, originator, the father of modern radio, also source. 7, priest, used especially as a title. 8, one of the leading men, city fathers. Fatherhood, noun. Fatherless, adjective. Fatherly, adjective. Is fatherly an adjective? I would think fatherly would be an adverb, but I guess I'm thinking of the ly. Father. Interesting. Father 2, verb. 1, beget. 2, to be the founder, producer, or author of. 3, to treat or care for as a father. Father-in-law, noun. The father of one's spouse. Fatherland, noun. 1, the native land or country of one's ancestors. 2, one's native land or country. Fathom 1, noun. A unit of length equal to 6 feet, about 1.8 meters, used especially for measuring the depth of water. Fathom 2, verb. 1, to measure by a sounding line. 2, probe. 3, to penetrate and come to understand. Fathom the problem. Fathomable. Adjective. Fathomless, adjective, incapable of being fathomed. Fatigue 1, noun. 1, manual or menial work performed by military personnel. 2, plural, the uniform or work. Oh, sorry, I got a text. 2, plural, the uniform or work clothing worn on fatigue and in the field. 3, weariness from labor or stress. 4, the tendency of a material to break under repeated stress. Fatigue 2, verb. Weary, tire. Fat shame, verb. To subject to criticism or mockery for being fat or overweight. Fat shamed a classmate. Fatten, verb. To make or grow fat. Fat Tuesday, noun. Mardi Gras. Fatty 1, adjective. 1, containing fat, especially in unusual amounts. 2, greasy. Fatty 2, noun. Offensive, an overweight person. Fatty acid, noun. Any of numerous acids that contain only carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, and that occur naturally in fats and various oils. Fatuity, noun. Foolishness, stupidity. Fatuous, adjective. Foolish, insane, inane, silly. Fatuously, adverb. Faubourg, noun. 1, a suburb, especially of a French city. 2, a city quarter. Fauces, noun. The narrow passage located between the soft palate and the base of the tongue that joins the mouth to the pharynx. Faucet, noun. A fixture for drawing off a liquid as from a pipe. Fault 1, noun. 1, a weakness in character, failing. 2, imperfection, impairment, defect. 3, an error, especially in service in a net or racket game. 4, misdemeanor, also mistake. 5. Responsibility for something wrong. 6. A fracture in the Earth's crust accompanied by a displacement of one side relative to the other. Faultily, adverb. Faultless, adjective. Faultlessly, adverb. Faulty, adjective. Fault to, verb. 1. To commit a fault. 2. To fracture so as to produce a geologic fault. 3. To find a fault in. 4. Blame, criticize. Fault finder, noun. A person who tends to find fault or complain. Synonyms: critic, carper, cavalier, complainer. Fault finding, noun or adjective. Faun, noun. A Roman god similar to but gentler than a satyr. A satyr. Gentler than a satyr. Fauna, noun. Animals or animal life, especially of a region, period, or environment. Faunal, adjective. Fauvism, noun, often capitalized, a movement in painting characterized by vivid colors, free treatment of form, and a vibrant and decorative effect. Fauvist, noun, often capitalized. Faux, adjective, not real or genuine. Faux fur, a faux apology. Faux pas, noun, blunder, especially a social blunder. Fava bean, noun, the large, flat, edible seed of an old world vetch, also this plant. Favor one, noun, 1. Friendly regard shown toward another, especially by a superior. 2. Approval. 3. Partiality. 4. Popularity. 5. Gracious kindness, also an act of such kindness. 6. Plural. Effort in one's behalf, attention. 7. A token of love, as a ribbon, usually worn conspicuously. 8. A small gift or decorative item given out at a party. 9. A special privilege. 10. Sexual privileges, usually used in plural. 11. Archaic, letter. 12. Behalf, interest, acted in his own favor. Favor to, verb. 1. To regard or treat with favor. 2. Oblige. 3. Endow, favored by nature. 4. To treat gently or carefully. Spare, favor a lame leg. 5. Prefer. 6. Support, sustain, favor the tax reform. 7. Facilitate, darkness favors attack. 8. Resemble, he favors his father. Favorable, adjective. 1. Approving, a favorable response. 2. Helpful, promising, advantageous. Favorable welfare. Favorably, adverb. Favorite, noun. 1. A person or a thing that is favored above others. 2. A competitor, regarded as most likely to win. Favorite, adjective. Favorite son, noun. A candidate supported by the delegates of his state at a presidential nominating convention. Favoritism, noun. Partiality, bias. Favor, chiefly British variation of favor. And this one, as you may imagine, the British variation begins with, or it ends with OUR, while the American is OR. Fawn 1, verb. 1. To show affection, a dog fawning on its master. 2. To court, favor by a cringing or flattering manner. Synonyms: grovel, kowtow, toady, truckle. What? Toady, truckle. Okay. Fawn 2, noun. 1. A young deer. 2. A light grayish brown. Fawny, adjective. Fax, noun. 1. Facsimile. 1. Facsimile 2. 2. Device used to send or receive facsimile communications. Also such a communication. Fax, verb. Fey, noun. Fairy, elf. Fey, adjective. Phase, verb. To disturb the composure or courage of. Daunt. FBI, abbreviation, Federal Bureau of Investigation. FCC, abbreviation, Federal Communication Commission. FD, abbreviation Fire Department. FDA, abbreviation Food and Drug Administration. FDIC, abbreviation Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. FE, symbol iron. Fealty, noun, loyalty, allegiance. Synonyms: fidelity, devotion, faithfulness, piety. Fear one, verb, one, to have a reverent awe, of. Fear God. Two, to be afraid of. Fears spiders. Three, to be apprehensive. Fear two, noun, one, an unpleasant, often strong emotion caused by expectation or awareness of danger. Also an instance of or a state marked by this emotion. Two, anxious concern. Three, profound reverence, especially toward God. Synonyms: dread, fright, alarm, panic, terror, trepidation. Fearful, adjective, one, causing fear. Two, filled with fear. Three, showing or caused by fear. Four, extremely bad, intense, or large. Paid a fearful price. Fearfully, adverb. Fearless, adjective, free from fear. Brave. Fearlessly, adverb. Fearlessness, noun. Fearsome, adjective, one, causing fear. Two, timid. Three, intense. Fearsome determination. Feasible, adjective, one, capable of being done or carried out. A feasible plan. Two, suitable. Three, reasonable, likely. Synonyms: possible, practicable, possible, practicable, viable, workable. Feasibility, noun, feasibly, adverb. Feast one, noun, one, an elaborate meal, banquet. Two, abundance, a feast of good books. Three, festival one. Feast two, verb, one, to take part in a feast, also to give a feast for. Two, to enjoy some unusual pleasure or delight. Three, delight, gratify. Feat, noun, deed, exploit, achievement, especially an act notable for courage, skill, endurance, or ingenuity. Feather one, noun, one, any of the light horny outgrowths that form the external covering of the body of a bird. Two, the vein of an arrow. Three, plumage. Four, kind, nature. Birds of a feather. Five, attire, dress, in full feather. Six, condition, mood, in fine feather. Feathered, adjective. Featherless, adjective. Feathery, adjective. A feather on one's cap, a mark of distinction, honor. Feather two, verb, one, to furnish with a feather. Feather, an arrow. Two, to cover, clothe, line, or adorn with or as if with feathers. Feather one's nest, to provide for oneself financially, especially while exploiting a position of trust. Feather bedding, noun, the requiring of an employer, usually under a union rule or safety statute, to employ more workers than are needed. Feather edge, noun, a very thin, sharp edge. Featherweight, noun, one that is very light in weight, especially a boxer weighing more than 118 but not over 126 pounds. Feature one, noun, one, the shape or appearance of the face or its parts. Two, a part of the face. Her eyes are her best feature. Three, a prominent part or characteristic. Four, a special attraction, as in a newspaper. Five, something offered to the public or advertised as particularly attractive. A new car's features. Featureless, adjective. Okay. Feature two, verb, one, to picture in the mind, imagine. Two, to give special prominence to. The show features new artists. Three, to play an important part. FEB, abbreviation, February. Febrile, adjective, feverish. February, noun, the second month of the year. Feces, noun, plural, bodily waste discharged from the intestine, excrement. Fecal, adjective. Feckless, adjective, 1 weak, ineffective, 2 worthless, irresponsible, feckless drifters. Fecund, adjective, fruitful, prolific, fecund fields. Fecundity, 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 noun. FED, abbreviation, federal, federation. Federal, adjective, 1 formed by a compact between political units that surrender individual sovereignty to a central authority but retain certain limited powers. 2 of or constituting a form of government which power is distributed between a central authority and constituent territorial units. 3 of or relating to the central government of a federation. 4 capitalized, federalist. 5 often capitalized, of, relating to, or loyal to the federal government or the Union armies of the U.S. in the American Civil War. Federally, adverb. Federal, noun, a supporter of the U.S. government in the Civil War, especially a soldier in the federal armies. Federal district, noun, a district as the District of Columbia, set apart as the seat of the central government of a federation. Federalism, noun, 1 often capitalized, the distribution of power in an organization as a government between a central authority and the constituent units. 2 support or advocacy of federalism. 3 capitalized, the principles of the Federalists. Federalist, noun, 1 an advocate of federalism. 2 often capitalized, an advocate of a federal union between the American colonies after the Revolution and of adoption of the U.S. Constitution. 3 capitalized, a member of a major political party in the early years of the U.S. Of the U.S. Constitution. 3 capitalized, a member of a major political party in the early years of the U.S. favoring a strong centralized national government. Federalist, adjective, often capitalized. Federalize, verb, 1 to unite in or under a federal system. 2 to bring under the jurisdiction of a federal government. Federate, verb, to join in a federation. Federation, noun, 1 a political or societal entity formed by uniting smaller entities. 2 a federal government. 3 a union of organizations. 4 the forming of a federal union. FEDN, abbreviation, federation. Fedora, noun, a low, soft felt hat with the crown creased lengthwise. Fed up, adjective, utterly sated, tired, or disgusted, fed up with bureaucracy. Fee, noun, 1 an estate in land held from a feudal lord. 2 an inherited or heritable estate in land. 3 a fixed charge, also a charge for a service. Feeble, adjective, 1 decrepit, frail. 2 ineffective, inadequate, a feeble protest. Feebleness, noun, feebly, adverb. Feeble-minded, adjective, dated, offensive, lacking normal intelligence. Feeble-mindedness, noun. Feed, 1, verb, 1 to give food to, also to give as food. 2 eat, 1, also pray. 3 to furnish what is necessary to the development or function of. Use wood to feed the fire. 4 to supply, for another to use. Feed to pass, fed the actor his lines. Feeder, noun. Feed, 2, noun, 1 a usually large meal. 2 food for livestock. 3 a mechanism for feeding material to a machine. 4 a continuous series of electronic information updates, as to a blog or social media account. feedback, noun. 1, the return to the input of a part of the output of a machine, system, or process. 2, response, especially to one in authority about an activity or policy. 3, sound as whistling, resulting from the retransmission of an amplified or broadcast signal. Feedlot, noun, land on which cattle are fattened for market. Feedstuff, noun, feed to. We're going to end on the word feedstuff today, the word feedstuff, which feels like a lazy word, if I'm being honest. Feedstuff. You could just say feed. What's the deal with that? Yeah, it's nothing. There's nothing there. Thank you all for watching. Next episode, we'll be starting with the word feel, and I feel like that will be a good episode. Now that's something. That's something. Write that down. Write that down. My name is Ethan Anthony. Ethan spelled Eythen. We gotta remember that. And thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time for another reading of the Merriam-Webster Dictionary. And who knows, maybe we'll catch up next time. We're still quite behind, but we're getting there. We're gonna get there, I promise. Until then, have a good day.